This might be the worst display of fireground leadership I've ever seen. This video comes from a department in Pennsylvania, and I will put the full link to the original video down below. Be sure you check out his channel in this video and subscribe to his channel. He has some awesome footage. But for this fire scene, they're doing a pretty good job. It looks like you have a line officer with 3 line firefighters. They arrive, they're getting ready to pull that garage door down so they can have better access to put water on the fire. Presumably there's somebody pulling a line. There's one big problem that they haven't seen yet though, and that those power lines above them are on fire. Now, as a line officer or even just your regular line firefighter, that's something you always need to be aware of. Make sure you're always looking for safety hazards, and one of the biggest and most dangerous ones is down power lines. So this is a mess. You have 5 or 6 firefighters all stacked up on 2 hand lines, one that is charged and one that is not. And then you have the one firefighter who's screaming and cursing at everybody, yelling at them to back up. You have him yelling at him, tank to pump, get us water. This is not really any appropriate way to act on the fire ground. Now I know that things can get heated and things can get intense, but this is not how it's done. Now the person that is on the nozzle right now seems to be the one that's in charge. And I don't know if this person is an officer or not, but judging by the helmets, you see a lot of black helmets. When you see a lot of helmets of the same color like that, that usually means they're the line firefighters, whereas somebody with a red or a white helmet means that they are some sort of an officer. I can't really tell right here, but it looks like that might be a different color helmet. If you are a line officer, your job is not to be on the nozzle. Your job is to guide and teach and look out for safety hazards and direct your firefighters, your line firefighters, on where to go and what to do to put out the fire.
Put a fog on it!
So this is the IC, or the incident commander, and right now his biggest concern is that the nozzle is not on a fog pattern. This is not the job or the role of any IC. Generally speaking, the role of an IC is to direct personnel and resources in the most efficient manner to complete the mission, to put out the fire, to rescue the victims, to do whatever it is you are there to do. This is not it. If you want to see good examples of how an incident commander acts on scene that is cool, calm, and collected, I recommend 2 channels to you. Number 1, check out David Decker's channel. It goes by his actual name. He is an IC down somewhere in Southern Ohio, and he does a phenomenal job. The other one that I'll recommend to you is Brian Bastinelli. If you haven't seen Brian Bastinelli, he is a chief somewhere in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure exactly where, but he has a phenomenal channel. If you watch those channels, that is how you are supposed to act as an incident commander. This is not it. Now, I actually did a poll on this channel asking what is the worst part of being a firefighter, and the overwhelming response from all of you was department politics. When you see something like this acted out on the fireground, to me that says that there's a lot of inner conflict or department politics problems wherever this particular place is. And I get it. Every department has problems. Every department has tough personnel. But when you see something like this acted out on the fireground, it tells me that there's a lot of work that needs to be done back at this station. Maybe you have chronic freelancers. Maybe you have poor leadership. Maybe you have a combination of both. Who knows what's going on? But this is a classic example of personality clashes bleeding over into the fireground and causing problems for everyone. And if you want to see an example of what a great line officer acts like, check out this video right here.